Coach, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go one more. Check 43.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
Well, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nyheim Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of it picked off. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Jackson will keep it, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Let's go, let's bring it.
To throw again on second down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Jackson on first down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now it's Jackson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Hill. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, it's Hill. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down. Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. To throw is Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long. Yeah, better against man than zone, or? Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards on the play. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much? Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
56.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Naeem Hines, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end right.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Wahoo. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little. And that's caught inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Watch tight end.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Jackson. He's got Smith here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Returning it is Moore. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go, go, go. That's it.
Now it's Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Jackson from the shotgun. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Jackson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Ready? 52. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that of just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Well, this is Callaway on the receiving end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Ready? Sponge! No!
Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll find Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. This is caught by Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Ball trot. Mike 56. Mike 56.
And Jackson throwing once more. It's complete to Williams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7. Here we go. Here we go. Henry. Who got 17? Who got 17?
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson now. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Again, Jackson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with Hill. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he's got some space here. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They run again with Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. He's got it to Williams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely
a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on 1st down. Hill. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm trying.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They run with Hill, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
One last shot for Jackson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Seahawks, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the